Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogibhi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaika Natham. We are studying Bhagavata. And Bhagavata for a long time we are studying, and it's a beautiful scripture, wonderful scripture. But it is a philosophy. Bhagavata also has a philosophy. Today we will be discussing about the philosophy of the Bhagavata. Bhagavata is considered actually and very popularly known as the book of divine love, because it promotes the divine love. So that is the Bhagavata. But it has a very strong philosophy. Now, when you are giving some theory, some idea, and you are confident that that will help the human society to move towards the God for their liberation, there must be some causes. The reason, I just say, oh, sit over there, close your eyes, and you will realize God. No, you have to prove it. Individually it is okay, but when you are giving the message to the whole world, so you have to understand what you are telling, you have to make it understand to the people what actually it happens. So this is a philosophy. And Bhagavata philosophy has two aspects. One is a theoretical aspect, another is a practical aspect. In the theoretical aspect, it is known as Brahmavada. Look at it. When it is the theoretical aspect, it is known as the Brahmavada. But it's speaking about the Vishnu, it's talking about the Krishna. But when the philosophy that speaks, that is the Brahmavada. And the practical is the Bhagavata Dharma. That's a very famous word, Bhagavata Dharma. That is the philosophy of love or the instructions of love towards God. Brahmavada, or the theoretical part of the Bhagavata, it asserts that Brahman or Atman is the only absolute reality. You know that in India, you always go for the one. Swami Vivekananda also said again and again, you have to go for the one. If there is no one, there is no other conception. You have to find out something which is one and not taking the help of anything else, doing everything. That is the Brahman. The consciousness, all pervading, is the Brahman. And Bhagavata also is giving this. The Brahman is the main and also known as Atman. This is absolute reality. Look at this. Absolute means there is no second thing. So with the support of these, no. Absolute reality, no two. And you know, in Vedanta, when they discuss about the absolute reality, they will go on discussing about how is it, like Swagata Veda, Vijatiya Veda, like this. There are trees are there is only one cow is standing over there. Is it like this? Other things are there, but only Is that absolute reality you are talking about? No. There is nothing. Now, okay, Swagata Veda, that is the ultimate. I am one, but I have 2 hands and 2 feet and all that. No, it is not like that too. No division at all. That is called absolute reality. Without that, nothing and nothing is there. We have to keep in mind this fact. Then we are going to understand how this world has come with so many varieties. All philosophies have to answer this. Bhagavata is telling like this. This is the only absolute reality. But it is not a pantheism. And a pantheism means that God has created this universe and then got exhausted. It's like this? No, it cannot be. Pantheism is one out of one everything. Like, out of sugar we have made the sweets, but there is no sugar stock over there. It's complete. With the sugar, we have made all these other sweets. So if someone goes and says, I gave you 1 kg sugar, where's the sugar? These are the sweets you wanted to make. So these are the sweets. The sweets actually transform into, the sugar transform into sweets. So it is not like that. It's not pantheism, panentheism. What is that panentheism? It means, of course, everything has come out of this, but at the same time, it's transcending that, beyond that. So that is called, so that is exactly not only Bhagavata, all Vedanta, all Hindu scripture, they think about this. God is creating this. Now some of the people are a little bit confused. God has created this universe, it is okay. But out of what? That is the main question. The God is creating, God is intellectual cause, God has the power to create, but something must be necessary to create. Out of what? He's a very good cook, but no ingredients. How she will cook? How he will cook? Oh, my wife, you do not know, is excellent cook. Please bring the dishes. Then she will say, how it is possible? Because you have not purchased anything, there is no provision in the house. So that means 2 things are always necessary to understand or to create. Now here is the absolute reality, there is no 2. And again he has created this universe, then from what? From himself. If that is so, that means he is exhausted, the God is exhausted? No. Panentheism. So he is going beyond that too. The Swami Vivekananda, he spoke about this Vedanta philosophy in New York. Then afterwards, one lady, she was really appreciating that, and to make it more clear, she wrote to Swami Vivekananda, I think you said, God is everything, isn't it? All that I see is nothing but God. The Swamiji said, actually, I told the whole Ramayana to you, to someone, and after listening the whole Ramayana, if somebody comes and says, who is Sita? Then how it will be? So like that you are asking the question. I said, of course, all are not God, but all the God has created this, and God is beyond this. Out of this, beyond. So this is what the philosophy. So panentheism, that is also in the Bhagavata we find. But when you are talking like this, you have to give the proof. How you got this, you have to give the proof. Just I sat and then someone came and told, no, that won't do. You have to give the proof. That is also another speciality, particularly we have found in the Indian philosophies. You have to prove it. Without that, that's always the scientific. So when there are discoveries of the sciences, some other philosophies are very much afraid. When someone told, the sun is not moving, sun is there, we are only moving. Some people, oh my God, no. In our scripture is said that actually we are the whole world is in one place. All other things are moving. And if you say like this, we will burn you, we will kill you. Why they were afraid? They could not get the reason. But in Hinduism, reason. What is the reason that you say that it is not pantheism, it is panentheism? But the reason you have to give. So, like all other philosophy, Bhagavata philosophy, friends, we are talking about the Bhagavata philosophy. But as if we are talking about the Vedanta philosophy. So, it says again, pratyaksha, direct perception. Direct perception is the best. If you know it yourself, then there will be no doubt. So when you go to a place, visit and see, and then you can come back and say, oh, I have visited that place. I have seen that person. So direct perception, pratyaksha. Then comes anumana. What is the anumana? Anumana is all things are coming up and then again dying. So look around, it is lavish green. Only 2 months before, there was not a single sign of greeneries. All white or dry, either snow or only without leaves the trees are standing. Just suppose someone has visited that particular time and he goes back and says, oh, there is nothing, not a single leaf in the tree. He's true, but partially true. But when you look at this and say, Acha, where from all this have come? I really wonder. These grasses, see, all the green grasses are coming up and they always are everywhere. They cut it so nicely. Everywhere you go, it's a beautiful. When we were children, we used to see the pictures of the European countries. We used to wonder, oh, how they could do this. Beautiful green grass. That's because there are a lot of land, so. And they were not there, the grasses were not there. It was covered with snow. 3 feet, 4 feet snow. Sitting on that for 6 months. Still then it was not dying. Again when the snow melted, sun rised up, and then these grasses came up. And how you will understand the summer has come? You will hear the sound of the motorbikes. All coming out with the motorbikes, and they will be keeping things ready. So this is the life. This is all circle is going on. So anumana is there. Anumana, that is naturally inference. There must be some strength somewhere. So it comes up again. So this is the anumana. The God is creating and it is dissolving. Again the creation is coming, is going on and on and on. So that is anumana. Upamana, comparison. When you look at this, holy people, so nice those people are. So gentle, so courteous, so helpful, so naturally, and they don't know anyone, but they love everyone. And they are ready to help them. How it is possible? We never think like that. If somebody is suffering, the holy man will go out, can you please give some money? Then he will give that person. Where from the love comes, where from the sacrifices come, then we try to imagine there must be someone greater than this. He is God, full of love. So if I find a person is so unselfish and full of love here and now, then there must be someone, the Supreme Being. So that is called upamana, comparison. So we understand is pratyaksha, direct. Second, anumana, inference. Upamana, comparison. Then shabda. Shabda means the Veda. You have to believe on somebody. Shabda. When it was the only Europe was trying to find out India and other countries, they used to go out in the uncharted seas and they never knew what is going to happen. But still they used to go out, so courageous people. And when they were going, everywhere they were going on noting. Also, we are going in this way, this is the way, and then the stars are moving, this side this, that side that. That became a map. And next, the people who are coming out and sailing in the same sea, they had the map. They knew where to go and how to go. This is the map. So Shabda, Veda is nothing but the map. And some of the people, not one or two, many people, they meditated with a very pure heart. What is a pure heart? No other thoughts. No selfish thought. Nothing. That's why when the mind is completely tranquil, calm, then the revelation is to come. So that is the thinkers, the Munis. So they said there is one which is all pervading. So that is called Brahman. So now when this philosophy, Bhagavata philosophy says there is only one absolute reality, that is Brahman or Atman, how they say? After direct perception, also through inference, comparison, and believing the words of the great souls that is recorded. So these are the four that we call it proofs, pramana. These four pramanas. Now this absolute consciousness is also known in the Veda as Paramatman. Sometimes we get confused. Brahman, the word we hear, okay. And then sometimes Atman, okay, these two we can remember. But if we go on giving the list like that, somebody will call the same Brahman as Paramatman. Then Pratyagatman, then Brahman, Atman, Purushottama, Akshara, Turiya, Bhuma, and many other names. Now we are confused. Those who are students, suddenly you are talking about the Brahman. Now again you are talking about Atman. Now you are mentioning that as a Bhuma, which is the true one. So these are the different names. We should not be confused. The same thing addressed as this. Bhuma means all pervading. So someone like to mention like that. Bhagavata calls this as Krishna, Hari, Vasudeva, Narayana, etc. So these are the different names for the same reality, same being. So this is, we should understand when you are studying the philosophy, different names. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said, whom you call Brahman, I call that as Kali. So naturally, when we talk about Kali, we always think that it is also the Brahman, another aspect of the Brahman, and only in a very practical way. So Bhagavata accepts both impersonal, absolute being, and also personal aspect of the Supreme Being. This is from the Vedanta, absolute Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, a little division is coming. It says it is both. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he also accepted this. Why? Because otherwise people won't understand. For the benefit of the people, this thing is accepted. And absolute Brahman, then Shankara, the Shankaracharya, he said in a very toned down way. But his guru's guru says there is no creation at all. It is completely imagination. What ordinary people will think? Either he will think, oh, that man is mad, or I am mad, because I am seeing so many things still. So naturally, you have to make it in such a way so that the people can understand. In that way, it comes to personal and impersonal. Both are there. The personal God, I can cook for the God, I can help God in different way, decorating God, and whenever I go, I purchase some nice fruits and flowers for God because they love. The love is coming out, expressed in this way. So the personal and impersonal, thousands of people are benefited with personal God. I have a God. I have seen people, they are carrying their personal God, the Krishna, the baby Krishna, and they'll be keeping the baby Krishna, and then in the morning they will say, "Oh Krishna, please get up," and then we're singing. Then slowly the Krishna is getting up, then washing the Krishna, feeding the Krishna. Then only they will say, "Now my Krishna will play, I will go for a little other work." If you look at them, you will think, are they all right? But they are so great people, so wonderful people, full of love, affection. Where from those wonderful qualities come? From that one-pointed devotion. And that is called personal God. So Bhagavata, he has brought down that absolute reality for the benefit of the millions in a personal God. Sri Ramakrishna also supported this, we all know. He was pure absolute, Sri Ramakrishna. And when he realized that Brahman, he realized only that consciousness in the form of light, waves after waves, came and drowsed him. He and the huge building, the temple, all around merged in that light. He was worshipping Kali, but his first realization was pure Advaita. So this we find always, every time. But again he comes down and he is asking his devotee, go and pray to Kali. And particularly Tuesday and Saturday, if you go and pray, then all your prayer will be answered. The people are waiting when the Tuesday will come or Saturday. So they will go and they will pray and all the devotion. I always tell Thakur, you said, Saturday and Tuesday if I pray, and today is the Saturday. I was waiting for all these days to come, the Saturday should come, and then today I am praying, my prayer should be granted. So this way always you can talk to God. That is to say, and personal God in the Bhagavata is known as Vishnu. Now another conception comes in the Bhagavata philosophy. One is Bhagavat, another is Avatara. The Avatara and the Bhagavat. These are the two. What is Bhagavat? It means the one who has realized the Bhaga. Bhaga means the gracious Lord. If you have realized the God, then you are known as Bhaga. So Brahma Jnani. So that way, one who has realized Brahman, the Brahmavid, and his idea is very clear, Brahmavid Bariyan, Brahmavid Barishta, the different scales of understanding. Here they say, one who has realized that Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, is Bhaga. So this Bhagavat, Bhagavat. This Bhagavat, he has realized God, but he is not Avatara. So these two different things are there. So it says that Bhagavat can never become Avatara. When you say Avatara, the incarnation of God, Avatara is one who brings down the kingdom of heaven on earth. In a poetical way, someone has mentioned. The kingdom of heaven on earth he has brought down. That is Avatara. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, through the Avatara, one can get the conception of God. Sometimes the Jesus is also saying in the same tune, those who have seen the Son have seen the Father. What does it mean? Those who have seen the Son have seen the Father. Do you mean this body? No. The ideas, the conceptions, the activities, so much of love and sacrifice. If you read the life of Jesus, Swami Vivekananda, he was very much impressed. The poor man traveling, walking and walking all the time so that he can reach to the different people and talk to them. Think of that. And this is a completely new idea. You are pure as pure as the Father in heaven. So this way he was going on telling. So this is the contribution of the Jesus. When the people came to him and they saw so much of love and power and knowledge, they were wondering, oh, that must be the God. When you look at the avatars, the Krishna, the Rama, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, we understand, oh, this must be the way the God is. What is God? That is that conception. So avatar actually bring down the images, pictures, idea about God. But not the Bhagavat. Bhagavat is the realized soul. They have understood that much. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna again, he is mentioning that some people, they have heard about the milk. Some people, they have seen milk. And some people have drunk that milk and got the benefit of drinking the milk. So these are the three different ways. The same way, the avatars are the souls. They come down, avataran, the Sanskrit words, when they use with great purposes. Not janma is avataran, coming down. We the ordinary people, we are taking birth. Janma. And janma means we are bound to take birth. Oh, no, it is enough, I am going to be liberated. You can think like that. But you have a bag full of things, that heaviness will bring you down. You cannot go out. So that is the thing. Someone was telling, oh my God, no, I don't like to take birth again. I told, now you are thinking. After some time, the situation will change. You can think, okay, no problem. What is life is all right. And he will sit and write a poem also on the life. Life is like this and that. So this is not so easy. Desire. The desires are bringing us down. We cannot go out. That is very peculiar. Very peculiar. So Avatara is not like that. So Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he mentioned, I don't have any responsibility over here. I don't have any desire, but still I come. Why? Because I have that love for the people, the human being whom I created. I have created this human being, and then I love them so much that I come down in their form to guide them. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna again and again he said, only taking the name of Lord won't do. You have to think about him. Guna, his qualities you must think. Now many people are there, they are declared devotee of some god. So they will be having a mark over here. Jai Sri Rama, everywhere his full dress, Jai Sri Rama, etc. is written. But if you go and ask, who is this Sri Rama? Oh, you don't know? The son of Dasharatha, the great king, is powerful. That is okay. Then, so many people are there. Like that. There are thousands and millions of kings were there, still the king is there. Then again what? The qualities of Sri Ramachandra. Do you think about that? This is Ramachandra is going and embracing the Gohaka. The Gohaka, the low caste person who used to burn the dead bodies and to help the people to cross the river, is a boatman. And Ramachandra went and said, he is my friend, embraced him. Maybe the Westerners don't understand this difference, but the Indians, they know. If somebody is having some thread hanging on his left shoulder, you'll never touch. I am a Brahmana. And when he is walking, he'll be so, you can understand that he is a Brahmana. So Westerners don't understand, but in India it is so much. Ramachandra, the God who was born over there, he is showing us the love for them. And the lady, she was also from the very low caste. And she was eating some fruits. And that she was offering to the God. And God was so happy. Why? She loves me so much that she is getting the absolutely perfect fruit she wants to give me. So she is eating. That is the love. Do you think in that way? In that, if we think in that way, then our God, the Sri Rama, will transform our mind. All of us will get those qualities, and whole society and the world, the human community will become the place of gods, heaven. So this we have to understand. This is the avatar. Another conception in the Bhagavata we find that is called Purusha. Purusha Purana. There's about Sri Ramakrishna, the songs are there. The Purusha. What is this Purusha? Absolutely reality, the pure consciousness has been realized as Purusha. Through the analysis of 3 mental stages, we come to understand that there is something inside us about which we are not very much aware, but that is the main thing. That's the main substance in us, but we are not very much aware of it. We are very, very much aware about our body, then again to some extent our mind, and there it ends. We do not know that the body and the mind is working just because there is another substance is there, which is known as the soul, the consciousness. Again, prove it. How to prove? So the Vedanta always gives forward 3 stages. Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. The conscious stage, dream stage, and dreamless sleep, that stage. So when you are conscious, body, mind working. When you are in dream stage, body is not working, but still you are working through your mind. That proves without the body also one can work. Without the body. So sometimes some people say, is that ghost is there? And why not? So when in the sleep we are working so much, and sometimes when we don't like someone, in the dream we go and give him some beating and come back. Of course, he is not affected, I am also. But sometimes when I am very much angry with someone, in my dream I go and do, really I do. So action that is there. So how is it? So this is very, very important. We have to understand how it is possible. Because without the physical body, mind can work. That proves. Now the 3rd stage. This is a little subtle. When we sleep, sometimes there is no dream also. And we come back with consciousness. And we come and say, oh, I had a wonderful sleep yesterday and I didn't dream even. A sound sleep. Sometimes we say sound sleep. Of course, sound sleep is disturbing for others maybe. If somebody is sleeping with sound, then his roommate will come and say, can I change the room? I'll go somewhere else. So the one Swami was there, oh my God. So he will be not only the neighbors, all around, all people, and he will be sleeping nicely. Other people are walking all through the night. So not like that sound sleep. It is a really, really very wonderful sleep without the dream. Now the question is, where from you got the information? Because your body was not there. Your mind was also not there, but something was there which has come back and reported to you. That proves that except the body and mind, there is something, and that something is consciousness. We call it soul. Sometimes some people, they call it prana. It's not that yogic prana. This is the life. So that is Purusha. Bhagavata will term that particular consciousness which has been proved through the stages of 3, they call it Purusha, pure consciousness. It is there. Then similarly the Purusha is projecting the world out of itself. Now comes another stage. The first Bhagavata said, this is all thing is coming out of Brahman, absolute reality. It may be called as Atman also. And then he said, we call it as Krishna, Vasudeva, etc. And how it is, he is going on telling like this. And finally it comes, then he said, each and every human being can get liberated. How? Because, now giving the comparison, the Purusha is helpful, the conception of Purusha is very helpful to understand the identity between the three, man, God and the nature. And sometimes Sri Ramakrishna said, Bhagavat, Bhakta and Bhagavan. Bhagavat means the scripture containing the knowledge, Bhakta the one who is reading that, and Bhagavan is the goal. After reading that, after getting that idea, one will realize that conception. So Bhagavat, Bhakta, Bhagavan. In Vedantic terminology, they call it Triputi Bheda. So Tripura, now the people, they go on telling the stories. The Shiva, in one go, he killed 3 demons, 3 brothers. So that was the 3. So Tripura, like this. Triputi. So what is this Triputi? In one line, first is the person, the human, then the God, and the nature means the knowledge. Gyan, Gyata, Gya in Vedantic terminology. And they say a human being, God and the nature. So it's Triputi. The Purusha is none other than God. The Bhagavat philosophy accepts the conception of Maya. But before coming to Maya, how it happens? Now in the mind, we are creating. And the same way the Purusha, the God, he is also creating. How? As we create. In the dream, when you were creating, what you wanted? Oh, I need the cement and the stone and some of the carpenters and these, that. Do you want that? No. You build a mansion without anything. Just because you are thinking. If you have the wonderful conception, then the more you have the imagination, you can make so many things. So this is the way we create. How? Through mind. But when we create, it is so true. In the dream, we never think, oh no, I am dreaming. No. Has anybody saw like that? Oh no. Afterwards you come back and say, oh, I was dreaming. If it is a good dream, then I will blame someone who maybe even the clock or someone making the sound. Oh, I was nicely dreaming. You disturbed my dream. And if it is a fearful dream, then it is good that you helped me to come out of that. All is my creation. Nobody came inside and created. That proves that I can create. And the creation is so real that all the reactions in the creation, that somebody is liking me, loving me, the affection, love, fear, everything is present in that creation. And when you come back to this world, the world of the physical level, you say, oh, that was a dream, but nice dream. Sometimes some people, they see the gods and goddesses, and they are so happy with that. Now the same way the Purusha, the consciousness, the God is creating. How? Through mind. So that way the God is creating through mind, His mind. And His mind has a power that's called Maya. Through the conception of the Maya, through the power of the Maya, so He is creating. So now that's why the Bhagavata, they also accept the conception of Maya. Shankaracharya's the power of explaining all these things, main instrument to explain is Maya. M-A-Y-A. The Maya, you cannot explain. There is no definition of Maya. But Maya, we can feel. That is the thing. We can understand the Maya, we can feel the Maya, but we cannot define the Maya. This is the problem. Now suddenly, yesterday I was coming, there was one little boy, maybe hardly few months, and the mother was old. Now it is now the long vacation, so all family is coming out, the small kids are also there. Yesterday I was coming back from Minnesota, and whole that aircraft was full of children and different type of sound was going on. And they tried to give the gift to the children, but so many children, they then decided not to give to anyone. So only said, children are welcome that much. So now I saw a little baby sitting over there and trying to touch me. So I said, okay. Then after some time I said, why the mother is holding her like that? She's feeling, that child may be feeling pain, little affection. And immediately I controlled myself. Why the affection should go like that? Mother is there, she will take care, I am not supposed to. So this is there. Where from the affection came, I don't know them. Any little children, they are playing around you, you feel so much attracted, isn't it? Where from the affection come? Who has given that? It is already in the nature. So similarly, all those nature has come from God. God is also having the affection. God is also having the love. God is also having the care. All those qualities He has given to us, little. He is having maximum, we are having little. So, but both are same. So Maya is the power of God. So it says, God creates Jagat, the universe, through Maya. Man creates samsara, this world, through mind. So we are both same. He is having the big things and we are having little thing. A few gentlemen, they were sitting in one place and they were discussing about who should be the president of America, what should be the policy and all that. Then they said, hey, what do you do in your house? Who is maintaining? Oh no, that all small thing I have left in the hand of my wife. She is taking up all the small little decisions, who will be visiting, where we will go, all those decisions are, I think about the big things, who should be the president and all. Now that way we are so comfortable, we are thinking the big. God is, no, not that way. God is truly creating the universe, the Jagat, one after another, through the power of Maya. We are also creating our own world. How? Oh, these people are very good and they are all my friends. When the people, they come first and they see the old devotees, after a few months they become so close. Any function, immediately you must have to come. Without you, I am not going to have that program. You must come. They become so close. They won't invite their own relatives, the blood relation. They will invite the devotees. Why? Because it's so nice to talk to them of the same wavelength in the mind. You become friends. You become like so close relatives. Why? Through the ideology. But this is your world. This you have created. Your mind has created. But sometimes some people will come and sit for within 5 minutes. They will, of course, I am not a good speaker. Most of the people they start and then after 5 minutes they may start thinking, I won't blame, oh my God, when you will stop. But anyway, you are kind enough, so it's sitting over here for the hour. So here, some people, they come and they sit and whatever may be the discussion, they don't like it. Why? Because their temperament completely different. Their world is totally different. Husband is thinking in this way, wife is thinking in this way. Wife will always come to the shrine, she will do this, she will do that, not the husband. Why? They are so close. Because the Jagat, I create my own world. That's why again and again we hear the prayer in the Rig Veda. So ancient Veda, this says, my wife and me should be together. Then the happiness will be there. And in the prayer is also there. We should think together, work together. Why? In the Chandi also, the prayer is there to the goddess Durga. Bharja manoramam dehi. Why? If the Bharja, the wife, is completely different thinking, her world is different, it will be so problematic for me. So that's why Bharja manoramam dehi. When you get a very good husband and a wife, think yourself blessed. Really, really. Because this is very rare. Why again? I create my own world. As God is creating the Jagat, I am creating my world. God is creating the Jagat through the power of Maya. I am creating my world through the power of my mind, imagination. So this is the philosophy of the Bhagavata. Bhagavata suggests some spiritual practices. I will hurriedly conclude this way. And friends, we have got two wonderful singers. So they will be singing after this program. I think you will like them. Of course, I didn't hear you. Though I am promoting. Oh. It will take me some time to read the names, Indian names. So it will take some time. But very meaningful name. Anyway, this Bhagavata is suggesting some practical spiritual practices. Here, this we should note very carefully. First is love. Bhagavata is all discussion of the Vedanta, right? Those who have studied the Vedanta, you know that it's nothing but Vedanta. But the practices, first they will say love. The special effort has been given on the emotional aspect of the people. Love flow from both sides, God and person, man. When God loves a human, it is known as grace. When human loves God, it is known as bhakti. So these two are the same. When you are practicing bhakti, you will get the grace. So God is also loving you. The 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, from 13th verse to 19th verse, Sri Krishna, the God, has given a list. I like that person, love that person who is having this quality. So what is religion? Religion is nothing but developing those qualities. Whatever way may be, philosophy may be, practices may be, it doesn't matter. Whatever you think is good for you, must practice in that way. But you must be vigilant to understand all the time, am I truly developing those qualities? So this first, love. And object of bhakti may be the personal God or the avatar. And then after the love comes the service. Pure love expresses itself as service. You will find that whenever the people are in love with the children, or maybe the husband, wife, wherever they will go, they will take the picture and sing, because they like to share that. Or they will purchase the presentations and bring them like this. And sometimes someone was telling his friend, he said, if you forget everything, including your name, don't forget the birthday of your wife. Then it will be terrible. So that way always you have to remember the birthday, otherwise it will be terrible. So like that service, when the love is there, at the same time service should be there. This way, what is the service? When I love my God, service is to keep Him happy. How you will be happy? Summertime you should have a fan or something so that, or nice clothes, or fruits, then flowers, and different decorations, then bhajans. All this way I like to serve the God. So service is there. And when you are serving God, slowly you are becoming selfless. That means becoming really, really broad-minded, unselfish. And when you become unselfish, the highest kind of worship is nothing but the service to the humanity, service to the being. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, Karma Yoga. If you are interested, you can purchase the copy. Karma Yoga, we are constantly working, but how to channelize that force towards God? Then come worship. So three. First is love, second is service, third is the worship, puja. Worship is the external expression of reverence, service and love. The worship when you do, actually it is the love that is expressed. We have seen when we were brahmacharis, the training center, I got that opportunity to serve inside the sanctum sanctorium of the Belur Math and to go and touch the holy image of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. My duty was to clean the Sri Ramakrishna. But I think I don't have that another mentality of service, a little bit commanding this, that. The service is a different attitude. But still I tried my best. I cleaned Sri Ramakrishna and then washed a small piece of cloth and hanged. Then a senior Swami, he was the pujari, he came and said, "Oh, you have finished?" "Yes, Swamiji." "Well, let me see." He took out that cloth again, "Come with me." And he was washing that, and I saw so much of still the soap still was lingering in that. So the white soap was, look at it. Tomorrow when you will come, you will use this cloth, and when you will be using that on Sri Ramakrishna Thakur, how you will think? The smell of the soap will be there still. It is not the work that you are doing, it is the love that you are expressing. So that I liked, I really learned from that. And when they will be giving the fruits, most of the time our devotees will come and they will keep the whole thing here. And we are Vedantins, so some of the people who are worshipping, they'll simply open that same box over there and okay. But there is no expression of love, reverence, that is not there. So you have to put it in nice way so that the God is impressed. Oh, so nicely he has decorated. Flowers should be there and there should be very clean. And then a little glass of water should be there, otherwise after the food, he needs to drink the water. Everything you have to imagine how you are serving. The service with love is worship. Service with love and concern is worship. And not that simply we go and then we go on chanting. And if you go to the shrine, any Hindu temple, in America you won't understand. If you go to the Indian temple, my God, at the back of the image, so much of dust and things, all the luggages are all kept over there, and they are showing great respect. Wrong. They won't get any benefit out of that. That's why Bhagavata very clearly said these three things: love, service, and then worship. Not first worship. First is the love. If you are having the love and concern and respect for that, then you service. And when that two are together, this is the worship. So that is called the Bhagavata. And what is the highest goal? There is a long weekend, so I can take some long time, right? So here, the goal is the mukti. The goal, the highest goal of life is the mukti. That is, mukti means achieving or getting back the natural divinity and the perfection of the soul. Sometimes mukti, we had a very queer conception. Mukti means, now I am mukta. Sometimes when the school days, we had the 4 o'clock, when there will be the school bell used to go off and we used to, we are mukta, we used to come out. It is not like that mukti. The mukti means going back to your original source. So that is called mukti. The mukti means achieving, getting back to the natural divinity. It is not acquired divinity. It is natural divinity. It is already there. And the perfection of the soul, mukti, can be achieved only by the superconscious experience of the Absolute. Superconscious experience of the Absolute. Friends, I need a minute to explain this. Suppose you are worshipping Krishna, Vasudeva, or Vishnu. You have the image. So naturally, when you are thinking that I will go to God, you are going to a limit. What is that limit? Personal God. So obviously, when you are going to the personal God, you are going close to the personal God, or having the grace of the personal God. So Salukka, Sarupa, Sayujya, Sasti, all these names are there for the devotional people. But when you talk about mukti, you become one with God. And there is no difference. God and you are the one. We have to remember that. And that is absolute realization. When I go to that same God, I don't see that God. Like, as I mentioned, Sri Ramakrishna was worshipping a personal goddess Kali, Ma Kali. But when Sri Ramakrishna realized Kali not as a person, but as the absolute consciousness. So, real mukti, true mukti, liberation, this is like this. Experiencing the super conscious experience of the Absolute. The philosophy of the Bhagavata is very practical. Its main propounder is Sri Krishna, about whom Swami Vivekananda said. Now, why Swamiji is talking about the Krishna and why I am concluding with this statement? Because if we understand Sri Krishna, we will understand the philosophy of the Bhagavata. And in this, about Sri Krishna, Swamiji is telling, Sri Krishna is the first great teacher in the history of the world to discover and proclaim the grand truths of love for love's sake. This is the word I must repeat, love for love's sake and duty for duty's sake. When I am loving, I don't expect anything in return. And when I am doing something, I don't expect anything in return. So love for love's sake and duty for duty's sake. And according to Sri Ramakrishna, this Bhagavata, this book, this scripture, Sri Ramakrishna says, is as sweet as cake, fried in the butter of wisdom and soaked in the honey of love. So this is the Bhagavata. Now Bhagavata, when it is in a theory that we saw, that is actually we studied the philosophy, the practical side of the Bhagavata is called Bhagavata Dharma. In our next discourse, we will go through the Bhagavata Dharma. It's a very interesting, this Bhagavata Dharma. Thank you very much.
Pibare Ramarasam Rasane Pibare Ramarasam Pibare Ramarasam Rasane Pibare Ramarasam Pibare Janana Marana Bhaya Shoka Viduram Rama Rama Janana जनन मरण भय शोक विदूरं जनन मरण भय शोक विदूरं सकल शास्त्र निगमागमसारं जनन मरण भय शोक विदूरं सकल शास्त्र निगमागमसारं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतम् शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतं शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतं शुकशौनक कौशिकमुखपीतं शुद्ध परमहंस आश्रमगीतं शुकशौनक कौशिकमुखपीतं पिबरे रामरसं रसने पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे रामरसं पिबरे
I have no words to thank them. So it's not a song, it's really as a devotional expression. It's a unique, very good. So when they were singing, they were not singing for us. They were singing for themselves. They were all that it was pouring out for Sri Rama. We could feel truly touching the soul. Thank you very much. I'd like to give this book. I was not ready in that way. This for you. And as they are brothers, they will exchange. So I'm giving separate. Can you please take them down to take the prasad?
We are blessed, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
One more clap for them.
He's working in principal as in Ramakrishna Mission School.
I will meet you all
Yeah.
when you finish your food and come back.
She's also a principal of Ram